Update 1 on newly formed tropical storm Ingrid, which is just off the coast of Mexico right now in the southern Gulf of Mexico. Currently with winds of 40 miles per hour and a pressure of 1000 millibars. Current position is 19.7 degrees north, 94.5 degrees west. So there it is in the Gulf of Mexico, very close to the coast of Mexico, where it is delivering a lot of rainfall at the moment. Could be leading to flooding with its slow movement at this time. Expected to move towards the northwest as a tropical storm before making landfall further north along the Mexican coastline and then eventually dissipating inland. So right now we have tropical storm warnings in effect for Coatzacoalcos to Cabo Rojo, and tropical storm watches in effect northwards from Cabo Rojo to La Pesca. That's all along the Mexican coastline there on the Gulf of Mexico coast. Those are likely regions for tropical storm conditions over the next 24 to 36 hours. Probabilities for tropical storm conditions in the next 96 hours, these are my percentages at the moment, very high along the coast in particular, 70 to 80% for most of that region. We'll probably be seeing lots of heavy rains as well, but certainly tropical storm force winds, especially gusts as well, which will probably be higher than that, will certainly mean some inclement weather for a lot of Mexico over the next few days. Sea surface temperatures right now where the storm is are fairly warm, 29 to 30 degrees. Certainly enough for tropical storm development, and that's likely not to fall that much at all, maybe to 28 at the very minimum, but at the moment sea surface temperatures are certainly good enough for tropical cyclone development. So this is what the intensity comparisons say. This is fairly recent, I believe. A gradual development, say most of them, to at least a moderate tropical storm. That's probably about right, and then eventually it will weaken when it moves inland. That's what most of the models are saying. I'm not sure what the green line's doing, but the red one and the blue one certainly appear to be fairly normal, moving into the Mexican coastline about halfway up between the southern area of the Mexican coastline and the Texan border. Shear comparisons then for the next few days, higher shear for the next few days, it seems, the next day or two, but will eventually drop as time goes on into day 2, day 3, and then it will probably allow for more good conditions for intensification. The sea surface temperatures, as I said, are hovering around 29 to 30 degrees, which is certainly warm enough for tropical cyclone development, and the relative humidity remaining high as well, around 80 to maybe even 90% over the next few days, which is certainly good enough for storm intensification over the next few days. It's just shear really that is possibly going to limit the development of the storm over the next few days. But you can see out here now on the latest satellite imagery, you can see lots of heavy rain moving over the Mexican coastline, though a lot of it is still remaining out to sea at this time, but that's what we're expecting very soon. You see lots of rainfall associated with the storm. We'll probably see some tropical storm force winds along the coast in particular, maybe extending inland in some regions. You can also see some dry air there inland over Mexico, so when it does make its actual landfall in a few days time towards the northwest, it will probably be a fairly quick demise as it moves over land, but certainly as it remains overseas, the threat is always there for tropical storm conditions and indeed development of the storm as it moves over those warm waters. But you can see it there moving fairly slowly at this time, and that's the real concern at the moment, a slow moving storm near the land with heavy rain possibly over the coastline in particular, which could result in some flooding. So this is the world tropics at the moment, very busy right now. Tropical Depression 13E has also just formed in the eastern Pacific, which could be our next storm over there. Tropical Storm Ingrid and Humberto right now, and Tropical Depression Gabrielle, and of course Tropical Storm Manyi as well in the western Pacific. So let's take a look at the Atlantic picture then. You can see all three systems right now, Ingrid, Gabrielle and Humberto moving from left to right. Ingrid obviously moving through the Gulf of Mexico, Gabrielle moving towards the north, possibly affecting Nova Scotia very soon, and Humberto remaining out to sea has just lost hurricane status in the past few hours down to a 70 mile per hour tropical storm. This is the 9th storm of the Atlantic hurricane season. There's been one hurricane so far, no major hurricanes yet, but the 9th storm makes it the 81st busiest season on record. 2013, very close to 2009, you may see there. 2009 only winning by hurricanes and major hurricanes, of which it had 3 and 2 respectively, whilst 2013 so far is only 1 and 0. You can track this storm at the website force13.com/stormtracking.html, including all the other storms out there as well. There are quite a few at the moment, 5 active storms right now. You can also find us elsewhere on the web, Facebook and Twitter, just search Force 13, you should find us fairly easily enough. And the website's probably the best place to stay up to date in between these videos, because there'll be a lot of videos coming out over the next few hours on different storms. But if you're interested in one particular storm, you might want to check out the website to see updated information on warnings and the track forecasts, of course. But the next update on this storm, Ingrid, will probably follow, if necessary, this evening, late tonight, coming into Saturday morning, but if not, around this time on Saturday afternoon UTC, September the 14th. But until then, that's all for now.